all the things you would least expect to see in a Japanese city is a Catholic church. And yet that's part of the unique history and to some extent the westernization of Nagasaki. Meanwhile, I'm heading off to Nagasaki station now. I very stupidly left my iPad on one of the Shinkansen yesterday, and it's very difficult to track down anyone, firstly to talk to in English, secondly to understand the instructions of who you're supposed to talk to, and thirdly the added complication is at no point did I ever get off at the final destination of the train. Look at all those tiny little K cars in there. Oh, they're so cute, look at them. Look at this one here. It's like a mini. Look, it's called Suzuki Hustler. It's like a mini, it's so tiny you'd never get anyone in it. Yes, anyway, so I have to go down to Nagasaki station. My friend Kiyoshi sent me a message in Japanese that I can show the railway station so that they can understand what I'm looking for and where I think I lost it. But I can't even remember the word for lost property, so aside from that, I'm going to come back here at 12 o'clock and meet up with my new friend, Oliviah. This is just the weirdest story ever. We just happened to be on the same bus last night. Then we were walking up the hill towards the ropeway and I was conscious that she was behind me. Then we were on the top of the ropeway on the observation deck. She saw me taking a selfie and she said, would you like me to take a photo? She's Chinese and she lives in Kobe, and she just got to talking and she was this ball of energy and bubbly and fun, and so we just sort of hung out there and took photos and talked about where we were from and why we were here. Then it started getting really cold, so we decided we were going to go, and we got on the bus and came back to the centre of town. She said, where are you going? I said, I'm going off down there. She's like, oh, so am I. I stopped in at a convenience store to get a snack. We came out again and she said, where are you going? I said, down there. She said, so am I. We kept going and we got to one of the streets where I thought I had to turn left. And she said, where are you going? I said, I'm going up that way. I think it's a couple of blocks up the hill. She said, so am I. She said, what ryokan are you staying in? And I said, I'm staying at Fujiwara Ryokan on Nakamachi Street. And she said, oh my God, so am I. And so we stood there kind of in the middle of the street, just looking at each other going, how the fuck? Of all the people, of all the tourists who are going around this one city, how do you then meet someone and start talking to them and then it ends up that you're actually staying in exactly the same place? Of all the hotels and all the ryokan in Nagasaki, how did we end up just meeting each other? Anyway, destiny, I suppose, destiny. So this is the Atomic Bomb Peace Park. I think this might be a fairly somber part of today's experience, but it's important. If I'm here, I have to see it. I'm surrounded by Chinese tourists. Clearly, Chinese people in Japan still find white people really amusing, because I was just down there and 3 of them grabbed me because they wanted me to be in their photograph, like funny white person in their photo. That was amusing. I haven't had that happen to me for a very, very long time. This is the Atomic Peace Park statue. His left hand is pointing towards the sky to symbolize the threat of nuclear war. His right hand is pointing towards eternal peace, and his eyes are closed, and that's to represent a prayer for the souls of those who were killed here in Nagasaki when the atomic bomb fell in 1945. I really don't want to sound racist, but if I never see another Chinese tourist in my life, it will never be too soon. That's not the saying, is it? If I never see another Chinese tourist in my life, it'll be too soon. That's what I meant to say. This place is what is known generally as the Atomic Hypo Center. You wouldn't know it now because it's just this beautiful, quiet, somber place. At 11:02 a.m. on August the 9th, 1945, an atomic bomb exploded 500 meters above this spot. The black stone monolith to the right of this plaque marks the hypocenter. The fierce blast wind, heat rays reaching several thousand degrees, and deadly radiation generated by the explosion reduced the city center to ruins. about 1/3 of Nagasaki city was destroyed and 150,000 people killed or injured. And it was said at the time that this area would be devoid of vegetation for 75 years. Now the hypocenter remains as an international peace park and a symbol of the aspiration for world harmony. This photo was taken in October 1945 and shows the black monolith that was the first structure built after the bombing to mark the hypocenter of the atomic bomb explosion. It's over there. They're all saying hello, hello. Aren't they tiny? Look how small they are. They're so cute. These bricks, that stone, were right in the middle of an atomic bomb explosion. Thousands of degrees of heat. The rest of everything surrounding here was gone. And yet, this survived. This is Chinatown, and I'm told by my new friend Oliviah, this is my new friend Oliviah, that this is the 3rd biggest Chinatown in Japan. It's quite little. It reminds me very much of Dixon Street in Sydney, in that it is just one street.
Now we're in the middle of the street. That's the end. That's the beginning.
That's it. This is the extent of Chinatown. Here we go. This is the central intersection. That's the end of the street there. Here we are. Oh, there's another tiny little street right there. That's it. Happy Chinatown. So we've come here and this is the lower gate to the old Chinese settlement. Except for those elderly people who just passed us then, there's no one else here. It's like a ghost town. Where have they all gone? It was so noisy back down there at the bottom of the hill. It's very odd. For all you fitness idiots, sorry, fitness freaks, no, that's still rude. For all of you fitness fans out there, here's a staircase and a half that I'm sure you would absolutely love. Those steps go all the way up, 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 up. Possibly can't even see the end of it. You're not getting me running up there. So this is the top or the midway, I don't know of which, of a series of very, very hilly streets in Nagasaki called Dutch Slope. This part is where the Western settlement was. This one in particular is called Glover House and it's attached to Glover Gardens. I have done the research to tell me who Glover was, I just can't remember off the top of my head. But it's a beautiful house and it's a beautiful garden and there's a beautiful sakura right here. They're white and pink and they're definitely beautiful. Yeah, the haze is proving to be slightly annoying. Everything is just haze and grey. They are beautiful, aren't they? Little tiny ramen restaurant, ramen for lunch. Keep us going for the rest of the afternoon, walking up and down hills. Wow, how good does that look? That's what those little seeds were at the gate, so you can feed them. Did you see? Where? Where we paid. There's little bags of green seeds. Giant carp. So this is the Nagasaki Confucian Shrine and Historical Museum of China. Nagasaki is the closest Japanese city to mainland China, which is something I didn't know until my friend Oliviah told me. Amazing colours. Oh, you got some? Yeah. There's none over here. Oh, there's one, look. Oh my God, look at the size of them.
Right.
They are so big. Wow. Oh, look. Oh my God, they fight each other. Oh, it's like they're going to eat each other.
I like the yellow one.
The bright yellow one, yeah. They're so big, aren't they? It's enormous. I think that one down there is my favourite colour. The red and black one.
I saw it.
It's beautiful. I'm not sure I'm ever going to get used to the idea. Refrigerated coffee in a bottle. Not exactly what I wanted, but I need a hit of caffeine. You remember before when I said, if I never see another Chinese tourist again, it'll be too soon? Well, there's a whole bunch of them here. But thankfully, they appear to be leaving. And also, my friend Oliviah said, they're not actually shouting or arguing, that's just normal speaking.
Yeah, they're just talking to each other normally.
They're actually not arguing, that's just talking. Hello. Hello. So we'll go up there now and we'll, we need another ticket. How many tickets can we need in one place? I was raised a Catholic. I have no religion now. This is Ora Cathedral. That actually is the current one. This is the original one built by the Western inhabitants of the settlement. And Nagasaki is one of the most Catholic places in all of Japan. Excuse me for burping there. It appears that the Chinese tourists down there who are not shouting at each other are also not paying the admission price to come up. They just go a quarter of the way up the stairs, take a photo and then go away. Nice. So that is the longest inclined moving walkway I've ever been on. This is Glover Garden, the actual Glover Garden, right at the top of the hill, overlooking the bay, beautiful sakura everywhere. And this one I think is one of my favorites because the sakura matches the color of the house. But there you go, there's the color. We just paid 600 yen to go into a church that it spent us 5 minutes to get through, and another 600 yen to come in here. At least this place is big, so better value for money in the garden than the church, yes? Hi. It doesn't even sound like Japanese or Chinese music. It's almost Irish. You know that might be what it is. It might be Irish. It doesn't matter where you are in Japan, there is always some vending machine. This one's full of toys or bait of carp. Oh, hang on, no. It's got little things with carp food in it. Oh, there I was thinking it was toys. It's carp food. Well, either way, there's a vending machine everywhere. Is that fake grass? That grass isn't real, is it? Guy there has been the bane of my photographic existence for the last half an hour. Every single place I go, he's in the photo. He won't move out of the way. He's not adding any photographic value because he isn't that pretty. So apparently the word is kampeki. That means perfect, and that's what this is because we're sitting under the sakura eating aisukrimu. Aisukrimu hitotsu or smoothie hitotsu onegai shimasu. Hey, that's what I would have said when I just ordered if I'd been more confident, but I wasn't. All right, so we're standing here and we're looking at this list of places that we could go to. The Glover Garden, Ora Catholic Church, Cityscape Preservation Centre, don't know what that is, but we don't really care. Glover Garden Gate number 2, went there before. The Glover Sky Road sounds like something that probably involves climbing a hill. The Historical Museum, we went there before. And then the Matsuge number 2 Municipal Parking Lot Toilet. What's that about? This is one of my favourite aspects of walking around cities and towns where I've never been before. But out of the blue, without knowing it was here and without even expecting it, all of a sudden you come across water, little bridge, nice little garden, more sakura. Thank you very much, Nagasaki.
Will be coming soon. Take care for Nagasaki Station. They need to take a number 1 releasing sign for the next car. Ora Catholic Church.
The shitty European bells don't sound any better here than they do in Europe, right? I pressed the button. I'm just such a child. I was just about to say that I think this Mossburger right here is the first and only junk food place I've seen in Nagasaki so far. And I was also going to say that I assumed mistakenly that there was not a single McDonald's here. And down this undercover shopping street, there's a McDonald's about a third of the way down. I'm so disappointed. I was really hoping there wouldn't be one, but apparently there is.